What if I told you that 8 to 12 weeks without fresh greens and your body starts shutting down from the inside? Scurvy is not ancient history. It is not something that only happened to sailors in the 1700s. It is what happens when vitamin C disappears from your diet and your gums start bleeding and your wounds stop healing and your immune system collapses when you need it most. During a winter blackout, your refrigerator becomes a coffin for produce within 48 hours. Your frozen vegetables thaw and rot. Your canned greens have already lost most of their vitamins during processing. The fresh produce at the grocery store disappeared on day 1 when everyone else panicked. Meanwhile, 12 specific greens can grow inside your home with zero electricity and zero sunlight and provide fresh vitamin C-rich nutrition when everyone else is watching their health deteriorate week by week. Tonight, I am showing you the 12 survival greens that turn a winter blackout from a slow health crisis into a nutritional advantage your neighbors will never understand. Number 1. Mung bean sprouts. Mung bean sprouts are the fastest path to fresh nutrition during a winter blackout because they require absolutely nothing except water and a jar. No soil, no sunlight, no electricity, no gardening experience whatsoever. You take 1 pound of dry mung beans and within 3 to 5 days, you have 6 to 8 pounds of fresh crunchy sprouts loaded with vitamins and ready to eat. The vitamin C content in mung bean sprouts provides approximately 36% of your daily value in a single serving. That is scurvy prevention growing in a jar on your kitchen counter while the power stays out for weeks. The growing process is embarrassingly simple. Soak the beans overnight in a mason jar, drain the water and rinse twice daily. Keep the jar tilted at an angle so excess water drains out. Store in a dark cupboard or cover with a towel. Within 72 hours, you will see the sprouts emerging. Within 5 days, you have a full harvest ready to eat raw in salads or lightly cooked in stir-fries. The survival math makes mung bean sprouts essential for any serious prepper. 1 pound of dry beans costs around $2 to $3 and stores for years in a cool, dry place. That single pound transforms into 8 pounds of fresh food in less than a week. A 25-pound bag of mung beans provides enough sprouting material to feed a family fresh greens for months during an extended blackout. Store them in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers and they remain viable for 5 to 10 years. Mung bean sprouts also provide protein that most greens cannot match. Each serving delivers approximately 3 grams of plant-based protein, along with fiber, iron, potassium, and folate. During a blackout, when your protein sources become limited, these sprouts fill a gap that canned vegetables simply cannot address. Start practicing the sprouting process now while the lights are on so the technique becomes second nature when disaster strikes. Number TWO lentil sprouts. Lentil sprouts deliver a vitamin C boost that most preppers have never even heard of because sprouting transforms ordinary dried lentils into a nutritional powerhouse. Research shows that sprouted lentils contain up to 300% more vitamin C than unsprouted lentils. That means the cheap bag of lentils sitting in your pantry right now can become your primary source of fresh vitamins during a winter blackout with zero additional investment. The sprouting process mirrors mung beans almost exactly. Soak 1 cup of dried lentils for 8 to 12 hours, drain and rinse. Place in a jar or sprouting container and rinse twice daily. Within 2 to 3 days, you have fresh lentil sprouts ready to eat. The entire process requires no electricity, no sunlight, and no soil, just water and patience. Lentils store almost indefinitely when kept dry and cool, which makes them the perfect long-term survival investment. A single pound of dried lentils costs less than $2 at most grocery stores. Buy 50 pounds for under $100, and you have enough sprouting material to provide fresh greens for your entire family for an extended crisis lasting months. The shelf life in proper storage containers with oxygen absorbers extends to 20 years or more. The nutritional profile of lentil sprouts goes beyond vitamin C. They provide significant protein content along with iron, folate, and antioxidants. The sprouting process also reduces the phytic acid that normally blocks mineral absorption in dried legumes. This means your body actually absorbs more of the nutrients from sprouted lentils than from cooked unsprouted versions. During a blackout, when nutrition absorption matters most, this distinction becomes critical for maintaining energy and immune function. Number 3. Pea shoots. Pea shoots are the microgreen that experienced preppers prioritize because they deliver exceptional nutrition with foolproof growing requirements. These tender shoots harvest in just 10 to 14 days and provide high concentrations of vitamins C, K, and along with plant-based protein that most microgreens cannot match. A single tray of pea shoots provides enough fresh greens for multiple salads or cooking applications. Growing pea shoots requires minimal equipment and even less skill. Fill a shallow tray with 1 to 2 inches of potting soil or coconut coir. Soak dried peas for 8 to 12 hours, then spread evenly across the surface. Cover with a thin layer of soil and water gently. Place near a window for indirect light or grow in lower light conditions with slightly longer harvest times. Mist daily to keep the surface moist and harvest when shoots reach for 2 to 6 inches tall by cutting just above the soil line. The protein content in pea shoots sets them apart from other microgreens for survival scenarios. Each serving provides approximately 25% protein by dry weight along with all essential amino acids. During a winter blackout, when meat supplies become uncertain and protein sources run low, these shoots become a critical nutritional bridge. Combine pea shoots with sprouted lentils, and you have a complete protein source grown entirely inside your home. Storage for pea seeds follows standard dry goods protocols. Dried whole peas remain viable for sprouting and microgreen production for 5 to 10 years when stored properly. Purchase in bulk now while prices remain stable. A 25-pound bag costs approximately $25 to $30 and provides enough growing material for hundreds of trays of fresh pea shoots. Practice growing cycles now so you understand the timing and techniques before disaster requires them. Number 4 or sunflower microgreens. Sunflower microgreens rank among the most nutrient-dense foods you can grow indoors because they concentrate vitamins and minerals at levels that mature plants cannot match. These microgreens contain approximately 25 to 30% protein by dry weight along with vitamins B-complex, D and E plus minerals including zinc, magnesium, iron, and calcium. One tray of sunflower microgreens delivers more nutrition per square inch than almost any other indoor crop. The growing process requires unhulled black oil sunflower seeds, which are available in bulk at most feed stores or garden centers. Soak seeds for 8 to 12 hours, then spread densely across a tray filled with potting mix or coconut coir. Cover with another tray or damp newspaper for 3 to 4 days until germination occurs. Remove the cover and place in indirect sunlight. Harvest in 10 to 14 days when the first true leaves begin to emerge by cutting just above the soil line. Sunflower microgreens taste remarkably similar to sunflower seeds with a nutty, slightly sweet flavor that works in salads, sandwiches, wraps, and smoothies. The texture is crisp and satisfying, which provides psychological benefits during extended emergencies when food variety disappears. During a winter blackout, when meals become repetitive and morale suffers, these microgreens offer both nutrition and variety that canned foods cannot provide. Bulk storage of sunflower seeds for microgreen production requires attention to moisture and oxygen exposure. Store in food-grade buckets with gamma seal lids or in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Properly stored sunflower seeds remain viable for microgreen growing for 3 to 5 years. Purchase 50 pounds now for approximately $40 to $50, and you have enough growing material to produce fresh, nutrient-dense greens for months of extended emergency conditions. Number 5 broccoli sprouts. Broccoli sprouts contain a compound called sulforaphane that research shows may be one of the most powerful natural health compounds ever discovered. Young broccoli plants, including sprouts and microgreens, contain up to 40 to 100 times more sulforaphane than fully grown broccoli heads. This compound has been studied extensively for its potential to support immune function, reduce inflammation, and provide antioxidant protection that becomes critical during high-stress emergency situations. Growing broccoli sprouts follows the standard jar method used for mung beans and lentils. Soak 2 tablespoons of broccoli seeds for 8 hours. Drain and rinse, then place in a mason jar with a mesh lid or cheesecloth secured with a rubber band. Rinse twice daily and keep the jar tilted to allow drainage. Within 5 to 7 days, you have fresh broccoli sprouts ready to eat with a mild peppery flavor that works in salad sandwiches and smoothies. The shelf life of broccoli seeds makes them ideal for long-term storage. Properly stored broccoli seeds remain viable for sprouting for 5 years or more. Purchase 1 to 2 pounds now for approximately $20 to $30, and you have enough sprouting material for months of regular production. The cost per serving of fresh broccoli sprouts grown at home runs approximately 10 to 15 cents compared to $5 to $7 per container at health food stores. Broccoli sprouts also provide meaningful amounts of vitamin C, and along with fiber and protein. The combination of sulforaphane plus standard vitamins creates a nutritional profile that supports immune function from multiple angles simultaneously. During a winter blackout, when illness prevention becomes paramount and medical supplies run low, these sprouts serve as your first line of nutritional defense against whatever health challenges emerge. Number 6. Radish microgreens. Radish microgreens grow faster than almost any other microgreen variety, which makes them essential for winter blackout scenarios where time matters. From seed to harvest takes just 5 to 7 days under proper conditions. That means you can go from 0 fresh greens to full production within 1 week of a blackout starting, while slower growing options are still germinating. The spicy peppery flavor of radish microgreens provides welcome variety during emergency situations when bland survival food dominates every meal. Add them to rice and beans for instant flavor improvement. Toss them on top of canned soup for texture and nutrition. Mix them into scrambled eggs if you still have access to eggs. The psychological boost from eating something fresh and flavorful cannot be measured, but experienced preppers understand its importance. Growing radish microgreens requires standard microgreen techniques. Fill a shallow tray with 1 inch of growing medium. Scatter seeds densely across the surface, approximately 10 to 12 seeds per square inch. Mist with water and cover for 2 to 3 days until germination. Remove cover and place in indirect light. Harvest when the first true leaves appear by cutting just above the soil line with clean scissors. Radish seeds store well and cost very little compared to the nutritional return they provide. 1 ounce of radish seeds produces multiple trays of microgreens and costs approximately $3 to $5. Purchase 1 pound for under $20, and you have enough seeds for an entire year of continuous microgreen production. Combine rapid growth cycles with low cost and exceptional flavor, and radish microgreens become one of the smartest survival green investments you can make. Number 7. Green onions. Green onions regrow infinitely from kitchen scraps, which makes them the ultimate zero-cost survival green for winter blackout scenarios. Take the white root end that you normally throw away and place it in a glass of water on your windowsill. Within 7 to 10 days, you have fresh green onion tops ready to harvest. Cut what you need and the plant regrows again. 1 set of roots can produce fresh green onion greens for weeks or months with nothing but water changes. The vitamin content in green onions includes meaningful amounts of vitamins K, C, and along with folate and antioxidants. The allium compounds that give green onions their distinctive flavor also provide potential immune support benefits that have been recognized in traditional medicine for centuries. During a blackout when medical supplies run low, these humble greens contribute to your health defense strategy beyond their simple nutritional value. Transition green onions to soil for even better long-term production. Fill a small pot with standard potting mix. Plant the root ends 1 inch deep and water regularly. Place near a window for indirect light. The plants will continue producing green tops indefinitely with occasional fertilization. One pot of 6 to 8 green onion roots provides continuous harvest for a family throughout an extended blackout situation. The cost of green onion production approaches zero when you use scraps from regular grocery purchases. Every bunch of green onions you buy for cooking provides root ends for regrowth. Save them consistently, and within a few weeks you have a self-sustaining production system that requires no seed purchases and no special equipment. Start the habit now while grocery stores remain open and you build skill and confidence before emergency conditions require them. Number 8. Garlic greens. Garlic greens grow from any garlic clove you already have in your kitchen, which transforms a common cooking ingredient into a fresh green production system during winter blackouts. Separate individual cloves from a garlic bulb and plant them 1 to 2 inches deep in potting soil. Water regularly and place near a window. Within 10 to 14 days, you have fresh garlic greens sprouting upward, ready to harvest by cutting the green tops while leaving the bulb to continue growing. The flavor of garlic greens combines mild garlic taste with the fresh texture of chives or scallions. Use them anywhere you would use either ingredient. Add to soups, stews, scrambled eggs, pasta dishes, salads, or sandwiches. The versatility makes garlic greens valuable for maintaining meal variety during extended emergencies when food options become limited and repetitive. Garlic has been used medicinally for thousands of years, and modern research supports many traditional claims about its health benefits. The allicin compound in garlic and garlic greens provides antimicrobial, antifungal, and immune support properties. During a blackout, when hand washing becomes difficult and illness prevention becomes paramount, these natural compounds offer an additional layer of protection beyond basic nutrition. Storage of whole garlic bulbs extends naturally for several months in cool, dry conditions without any special equipment. Purchase extra garlic now and store in a dark cabinet or basement. As cloves begin to sprout, plant them immediately for green production rather than discarding them. This approach costs essentially nothing, since you transform garlic you would have used for cooking anyway into both cooking garlic and fresh greens simultaneously. Number 9. Lettuce. Lettuce grows surprisingly well indoors during winter and can be started from scraps of store-bought lettuce for zero-cost entry into indoor salad production. Cut the bottom to inches from a head of romaine lettuce and place it in a shallow dish of water. Change the water daily, and within 1 to 2 weeks you will see new leaves emerging from the center. Transplant to soil once roots develop for continued long-term production. The vitamin content in lettuce includes meaningful amounts of vitamin K, vitamin, of folate, and smaller amounts of vitamin C. While lettuce provides less vitamin C per serving than sprouts or microgreens, it contributes to overall fresh vegetable intake that prevents the nutritional decline associated with extended reliance on canned and processed foods. The psychological benefit of eating fresh salad greens during a crisis also supports mental health and morale. Growing lettuce from seed provides larger harvests than the scrap regrowth method. Start seeds in small pots or seed starting trays. Transplant seedlings to larger containers when true leaves develop. Provide for 2 to 6 hours of indirect light daily and harvest outer leaf continuously while allowing the center to keep producing. 1 pot of leaf lettuce can provide fresh salad greens for weeks with proper harvesting technique. Lettuce seeds store for 3 to 5 years under proper conditions, which makes them worth purchasing now while readily available. 1 packet of lettuce seeds costs $2 for dollars and contains enough seeds for dozens of plants. Purchase multiple varieties for different flavors and textures. Store seed packets in a cool, dry location or in the refrigerator for maximum viability. Practice indoor lettuce growing now to develop techniques before emergency conditions require them. Number 10. Spinach. Spinach tolerates lower light conditions better than most leafy greens, which makes it ideal for winter indoor growing when sunlight becomes scarce. This cold-tolerant green actually prefers cooler temperatures, which means an unheated room during a winter blackout provides nearly perfect growing conditions. While growth slows in low light, spinach continues producing when other greens would fail. The nutritional density of spinach makes it one of the most valuable survival greens you can grow. High levels of iron, calcium, vitamin K, vitamin A, and vitamin C concentrate in the dark green leaves. The iron content particularly benefits women and children who have higher iron requirements. During extended emergencies, when meat intake decreases, spinach becomes a critical plant-based iron source that prevents deficiency symptoms. Growing spinach indoors requires larger containers than microgreens but follows straightforward techniques. Use pots at least 6 inches deep filled with quality potting mix. Plant seeds 1/2 inch deep and thin seedlings to 3 to 4 inches apart. Water consistently, keeping soil moist, but not waterlogged. Harvest outer leaves first, allowing the center to continue producing for multiple harvests from each plant. Spinach seeds remain viable for 2 to 3 years with proper storage. Purchase extra packets now and store in cool, dry conditions or refrigerate for extended viability. Start seeds indoors 8 weeks before you need production so plants reach harvest size when required. Continuous succession planting every 2 to 3 weeks ensures steady supply throughout extended blackout conditions, lasting weeks or months. Number 11. Swiss chard. Swiss chard combines exceptional nutrition with extraordinary resilience that makes it the workhorse green for serious survival gardening. This plant tolerates temperature fluctuations, poor light conditions, and inconsistent watering better than lettuce or spinach, while producing larger yields over longer periods. One well-maintained chard plant can produce fresh leaves for harvesting over an entire growing season, lasting months. The vitamin profile of Swiss chard includes extremely high levels of vitamins K and C, along with significant amounts of magnesium, manganese, potassium, iron, and calcium. The colorful stems contain different antioxidant compounds than the green leaves, which means eating the whole plant provides broader nutritional coverage. During extended blackouts, when supplement access disappears, this comprehensive nutrient profile becomes increasingly valuable. Indoor growing of Swiss chard requires containers at least 8 to 10 inches deep to accommodate the substantial root system. Use quality potting mix and plant seeds 1/2 inch deep. Thin seedlings to 6 to 8 inches apart to allow full development. Provide the brightest light available, ideally 10 to 16 hours daily near a south-facing window. Harvest outer leaves only, cutting at the base and allowing the center to continue producing indefinitely. Swiss chard seeds maintain viability for 4 to 5 years with proper storage, which supports long-term preparedness planning. Purchase seeds now while selection remains broad and prices stay low. Store in cool, dry conditions or refrigerate for maximum longevity. Start plants 8 to 10 weeks before anticipated need, so mature plants are producing when blackout conditions begin. Consider keeping continuous production cycles running year-round to maintain fresh greens regardless of when emergencies strike. Number 12. Watercress. Watercress ranks as the most nutrient-dense food according to CDC analysis, which places it at the top of survival green priorities for anyone serious about maintaining health during extended emergencies. Gram for gram, watercress contains more vitamin C than oranges, more calcium than milk, more iron than spinach, and more folate than bananas. This single plant provides broader nutritional coverage than almost any other green you can grow indoors. The growing requirements for watercress center on moisture, since this plant naturally grows in shallow water environments. Create a simple hydroponic setup by placing a pot with drainage holes inside a larger container filled with 2 inches of water. Plant watercress seeds or cuttings in potting mix and keep the outer container filled with water at all times. Change the water every few days to prevent stagnation. Harvest leaves continuously once plants reach 3 to 4 inches tall. Watercress propagates easily from cuttings, which means one purchase from a grocery store can become indefinite production with no seed cost. Take fresh watercress from the produce section and place stem cuttings in water. Roots develop within 1 to 2 weeks. Transplant rooted cuttings to your growing container and harvest begins within another 2 weeks. One bunch of grocery store watercress can generate dozens of new plants for continuous production. The peppery flavor of watercress enhances bland survival meals immediately. Add to soups at the last moment before serving. Toss with rice or pasta dishes, Mix into scrambled eggs or omelets. Layer in sandwiches or wraps. Use as a salad base or garnish. The versatility combined with exceptional nutrition makes watercress worth the slightly more demanding growing requirements. Establish your watercress production system now while fresh cuttings remain available at grocery stores. 12 survival grains now stand between your family and the slow health decline that follows extended winter blackouts. The scurvy clock starts ticking the moment fresh produce disappears from your life, and these 12 greens are the only thing that stops it. Mung bean sprouts deliver vitamin C in 3 days flat. Lentil sprouts multiply your pantry nutrition by 300%. Pea shoots and sunflower microgreens provide protein that canned beans cannot match. Broccoli sprouts concentrate immune-supporting compounds at 40 times the level of mature vegetables. Radish microgreens grow faster than any other option when time runs short. Green onions and garlic greens regrow infinitely from kitchen scraps you would normally discard. Lettuce, spinach, and Swiss chard provide the leafy green foundation that prevents nutritional collapse. Watercress tops them all with the highest nutrient density of any food measured. The investment required to secure this nutritional insurance is shockingly small. $50 in seeds and sprouting supplies provides months of fresh green production for an entire family. The storage space fits in a single drawer or small container. The skills transfer within a few practice cycles that you can complete in the next month while the lights stay on. Most importantly, the production requires zero electricity, which means these greens keep growing while your neighbors watch their frozen vegetables thaw and their canned food vitamins fade week by week. Start this week with the simplest option. Buy a bag of mung beans and a mason jar. Practice the sprouting cycle until it becomes automatic. Add one new green to your rotation each week until all 12 systems operate smoothly. Within 3 months, you will have the knowledge, the supplies, and the confidence to produce fresh, nutritious greens regardless of what happens to the power grid or the grocery supply chain. The families who prepare now will eat fresh greens throughout the crisis. The families who wait will learn what 8 to 12 weeks without vitamin C actually feels like. The choice belongs to you, but the scurvy clock waits for no one.